I'm not going to do 57. This is geometry. We'll do this when we get to geometry. I am going to do this one. This is a good one. I have had this on my exam before. The store is selling 2 lemons for $1. This is a conversion. 2 lemons is equal to $1. Each lemon yields 2 tablespoons of juice. So 1 lemon is equal to 2 tablespoons of juice. And how much will it cost to buy enough lemons to make a 9-inch lemon pie requiring half a cup of lemon juice? This doesn't matter. What matters is the lemon juice because we have those conversions and all that matters is the juice itself. So we have to buy enough lemons to do that. How are we going to do that? We're going to get half a cup. So we've got 0.5 cups. I can get from cups to tablespoons, tablespoons to lemons, and then lemons to money. Do I have a way to get directly from cups to tablespoons? I can get cups to fluid ounces and then fluid ounces to tablespoons. So let's do that. I'm going to go from cups to fluid ounces to tablespoons to lemons to money. So that's my plan. Cups to fluid ounces to tablespoons, my tablespoons to lemons, and then lemons to money. 2 lemons per $1, 2 tablespoons per lemon, and then fluid ounces, tablespoons, 2 tablespoons per fluid ounce, and 8 fluid ounces per cup. Multiplying straight across. Cups are gone, fluid ounces are gone, tablespoons are gone, lemons are gone, and left with money. Fantastic. We've got 0.5 times 8 times 2 equals, and that's 8 over 2 times 2 is 4. So it's $2. Question is, how much will it cost to buy enough lemons? It will cost $2 to buy enough lemons. Again, you would require a sentence. When ibuprofen is given for a fever to children 6 months of age up to 2 years, the usual dose is 5 milligrams per kilogram. That is a conversion. 5 milligrams of the med is equal to 1 kilogram of the body weight of the child. Okay. How much medicine would be a usual dose for an 18-month-old weighing 28 pounds? Does the age matter? No, only the body weight matters. So we want to start with the 28 pounds. Okay, I can get from pounds to kilograms. That was in my conversion for 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So I can get from pounds to kilograms. And then I can get from kilograms to milligrams. But I can't, oh yeah, I can. I can go directly there. Kilograms to milligrams. Is that all I need to do? And round your answer to the nearest milligram. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, 2.2 pounds to 1 kilogram, and then 5 milligrams per kilogram. Multiplying straight across, pounds are gone, kilograms are gone. We're left with the med, which is what we want. 28 times 5 is 140. And then 2.2 in the denominator, this is milligrams. We need to just divide by 2.2. And I get 63.63 continuous. And this is continuous, and this is milligrams. But they want us to round to the nearest milligram. So this is my rounding digit. This is my test digit. Test digit is greater than 5, so we need to add 1 to our rounding digit. So this is 64 milligrams of medicine is required. For those of you who are confused, there are different types of medicine. There's a suspension for babies, which is a thicker medicine. There is a liquid for older children, and then you've got chewables and tablets and things like that. So I know that was a conversation in class that students didn't know. All right. It is estimated that a driver takes on average 1.5 seconds from seeing an obstacle to reacting by applying the brake or swerving. How far will a car traveling at 60 miles per hour. That's a conversion. 60 miles is equal to an hour. Travel in feet before the driver reacts to the obstacle. Okay. So we want to know in 1.5 seconds, how far are they driving? 1.5 seconds. And I can't go straight from seconds to miles, so I need to convert second, and then I need to get to feet. I'm going to need more space than this. Hold on. 1.5 seconds. From seconds to minutes, minutes to hours. That will get me to here. Then I can go from hours to miles. Then I can go from miles to feet because there are 5,280 feet in a mile. This is in your American length portion, from miles to feet. 5,280 feet in a mile, 60 miles in an hour, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute, multiplying straight across. Seconds gone, minutes gone, hours gone, miles gone, left with the feet that we wanted. Fantastic. So 1.5 times 60 times 5,280 is 475,200 feet divided by 3,600 is 132 feet. So from the time, if you're going 60 miles an hour and you see something, it takes your brain 1.5 seconds, and within that time period, you've gone another 132 feet. That's almost half of a football field. I think it's 44 yards. Kind of terrifying. All right, sound travels about 750 miles per hour. That's a conversion. If you stand at a canyon and sound a horn or yell or whatever, you will hear an echo. So your voice travels, or the horn travels to the canyon wall and back to you. Suppose it takes 3 seconds for you to hear that echo. From the time you made that noise to the time you hear it again, the echo, it takes 3 seconds. That means it's traveled. So you're standing here and you blow your horn, and it's got to travel all the way to the canyon wall and back. And it took 3 seconds to do that. How far away is that canyon wall? Now, when we find this, we're going to find the total distance there and back. So we're going to have to cut it in half. All right. We're going to start with the 3 seconds. And we have to convert seconds to hours so we can get to miles. And then, of course, we want to get to feet. All right. I want you to set up the conversion part yourself. So pause the video and then come back to see how you did. And then we'll talk about the rest of it. So seconds to minutes, minutes to hours. Then we can go from hours to miles. And then miles to feet. 5,280 feet in a mile, 750 miles an hour is how far sound travels, how fast. And then we've got 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute. Multiplying straight across, seconds are gone, minutes are gone, hours are gone, miles are gone, and we're left with feet. 3 times 750 times 5,280 is 11,880,000. Over 60 times 60 is 3,600. And this is feet. So we just need to divide. And I get 3,300. Okay. So the sound traveled over the 3 seconds there and back, because that's how an echo works. So we have to divide this by 2 to find the distance from you to the canyon wall. All right. So divide that by 2 is 1650. So 1,650 feet from you to the canyon wall. The next one is another geometry one. I'm not doing that until we get to geometry. Okay, let's finish this up. Looks like this is the last page. Fantastic. All right. Again, geometry, nope. All right, these last two we will definitely do. All right, gasoline in Paris cost €1.32 per liter. That's a conversion. What is the price of gas in dollars per gallon? Okay, so because they want it as dollars per gallon, we're going to have euros in the top and liters in the denominator. That's what we're going to start with. Over 1 liter. And we're going to convert the euros to dollars. And then I'm going to convert the liters to gallons. All right. I had a conversion that I shared with y'all that it was 0.88 euros per dollar. That was what was on our last sheet. If this is the next class, then you're going to have a different euro because I do update it every semester. All right. So that will get me to my dollars. The euros are gone. I need to get from liters to gallons. So what do I have? I've got 3.79 liters is a gallon. So I need liters up here. So they'll cross out and gallons down here. And there's 3.79 liters in 1 gallon. Let's make sure everything crosses out. Multiplying straight across, my euros are gone. I'm left with dollars up at the top, which is fantastic. My liters are gone, and I'm left with gallons in the denominator, which is what I wanted. Okay, 132. Let me mute that, so sorry. 1.32 times 3.79 is 5.0028. Do not round this. You don't ever round anything until you get the final answer anyways. And then divide this by 0.88. Now, I do have a quick question. With what we're looking at here, the 5.0028 in dollars divided by 0.88 gallons, would this be considered a rate or a unit rate? Okay, this is considered a rate. A rate is whenever you have a conversion or a dollar amount or something on the top with numbers on the bottom as well. So before we divide this, this is currently a rate. To turn it into a unit rate, we have to divide by 0.88. Now it's over 1, and now it's going to be a unit rate. I know you've forgotten this because all the students had in class as well. So the new is $5.685, 5.685. We do need to round this. It's American money, so we have to round to 2 decimal places. That's my rounding digit. This one is my test digit. It is a 5, so we add 1 to our rounding digit. So it is $5.69 per gallon. Don't forget your gallon. And that's the equivalent to 1.32 euros per liter. Expensive. All right, a 0.75 liter bottle of wine cost 83 euros. Okay, what is the price of the wine in dollars per ounce? So the reason I brought this to your attention a while ago, even though they said 1.32 euros per liter, it was already assumed. This one's not. This one's not assumed. Until they tell you how they want you to answer it, they want you to answer in dollars per ounce. They want the answer in dollar per ounce. So what that means is you have to have the euros in the numerator. The 83 has to be in the top, and we have to have the capacity, the 0.75 liters in the denominator. We're going to have to convert the euros to dollars, just like we did the last one, and then liters to ounces. So that's going to be a little bit different. All right. I would like for you to pause the video and attempt this one yourself. Let me give you all the conversions you need. $1 is equal to 0.88 euros. Now this is for fall of 25. And to get from liters to ounces, well, what do we have? We've got grams to ounces. That doesn't work. We can get from liters to gallons. So you got to realize this is fluid ounces, not just ounces. So we're going to have to go from liters to gallons. So liters to gallons. And that is 3.79 liters is 1 gallon. And then from gallons to quarts, quarts to pints, pints to cups, cups to fluid ounces. Okay, so let me give you all of those. We need space here. 1 gallon is 4 quarts, 1 quart, 2 pints, 1 pint, 2 cups, 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. So that's going to be a lot of conversions, but it's going to be fun. So pause the video, attempt this one yourself, get the units set up first, make sure they'll cancel out properly and you end up with dollars on top, fluid ounces on the bottom, and plug in your numbers and multiply straight across. Okay, and then divide. So I'm going to get rid of my euros and go to dollars. $1 is 0.88. So I know this is going to cancel and that takes care of my dollars. The rest is going to be the capacity. All right, so we're going to get rid of the liters, go to gallons. Now I can go from gallons. Oh, I almost messed up. Gallons goes up here, so I can get rid of it. To quarts. Quarts to pints. Pints to cups. Cups to fluid ounces. It's easy to mess up. Please be careful. So 3.79 liters in a gallon. There are 4 quarts in a gallon, 2 pints in a quart, 2 cups in a pint, and 8 fluid ounces in a cup. Whew. Multiplying straight across. Euros are gone. Left with dollars. Liters is gone. Gallons are gone. Quarts are gone. Pints are gone. Cups are gone. And we're left with fluid ounces. Multiplying straight across. 83 times 3.79 is 314.57 over, I want to get my units, 0.75 times 0.88 times 4 times 2 times 2 times 8 is 84.48. And this is fluid ounces. Again, this is a rate, not a unit rate. So just for your knowledge, because you will have one of these questions on the exam, this is a rate. To find the unit rate and our answer, we just have to divide. So 314.57 divided by 84.48. Again, don't round anything until you get to this answer here. So 3.7236. 3.7236. This is dollars per fluid ounce. And we need to round this to the second decimal place because it's money. So that's my rounding digit. 3 is my test digit. It is less than 5. So nothing happens to my rounding digit and my test digit and everyone else goes away. So my answer is $3.72 per fluid ounce. And this is for the bottle of wine. Woo. Okay, that's it for this lecture. Let me know what questions you have. Hopefully you got good notes for your 3x5 note card. Remember, I'll provide all conversions for that. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.